Shrouded in shadows and colored by adversity, we venture into the realm of the states with highest poverty in the U.S. In this video, we illuminate the stark realities and daunting statistics surrounding a pressing issue that casts a long, ominous shadow over the nation. Tennessee, a state with a notably high combined state and local sales tax, lacks a broad-based income tax system. As a result, low-income households in Tennessee often end up paying a disproportionately high percentage of their income in taxes. This contributes to a situation where 13.3% of the population faces food scarcity, 20% of children live in poverty, and the minimum wage hovers at the federal legal minimum. Moreover, living in rural areas further compounds the issue, as it limits access to education, healthcare, and employment opportunities. Even when jobs are available, many of them offer low wages. Disturbingly, 28% of Tennessee's veterans live on less than $35,000 per year, despite the substantial contributions of Tennessee taxpayers to the military. Mississippi. Mississippi stands out as the state grappling with severe economic challenges. In 2023, a staggering 19.4% of Mississippians lived below the poverty line, reflecting the hardship faced by nearly 1 in 4 families with an annual income less than $25,000. Remarkably, this poverty rate mirrors that of Namibia, an African nation facing similar economic struggles. A multitude of factors contribute to the distressing economic scenario in Mississippi. The state contends with a 6.85% unemployment rate and a significant history of high school dropouts. These elements collectively present a formidable barrier to providing its residents with the essential opportunities for economic growth and stability. The deficiency in educational attainment and restricted employment options further compounds the pervasive poverty crisis within the state. South Carolina, renowned for its leisurely lifestyle and scenic coastlines, grapples with economic adversities. The median household income in the state is approximately $59,318, a figure that regrettably correlates with lower life expectancy and elevated crime rates. Furthermore, South Carolina faces challenges in its voting rights accessibility and social services, notably in the healthcare sector, trailing behind several other states. These issues have culminated in a scarcity of labor, particularly impacting key sectors such as manufacturing, agriculture, and tourism, all susceptible to economic variations. Compounding this challenge is the considerable portion of residents residing in rural areas, necessitating extensive commuting for viable employment opportunities. The state thus confronts a complex interplay of economic and social factors that demand thoughtful strategies to bolster growth and enhance overall well-being. Louisiana. Louisiana grapples with an economy heavily tethered to sectors like oil, gas, and petrochemicals, making it vulnerable to global market shifts. This dependence has resulted in job cuts and stagnant wages within these industries, directly impacting the financial stability of households. Moreover, the state faces a significant challenge in the form of pronounced income disparities and a lack of economic diversification, amplifying its economic woes. These inequalities manifest in restricted access to quality education and healthcare services, creating a vicious cycle of poverty that is difficult to break. The state's vulnerability to frequent natural disasters exacerbates its economic struggles. These calamities cause extensive infrastructural damage and force residents into displacement, further disrupting household incomes. The need for substantial investments in disaster recovery and mitigation diverts resources that could otherwise be channeled towards fostering economic growth and poverty alleviation. Alabama. Alabama, akin to the previously mentioned states, grapples with notably high poverty rates. Approximately 20% of its population lives below the poverty line, with households earning an average of about $46,000 annually, slightly under the national average. This economic disparity raises concerns, especially when certain counties within Alabama experience staggering poverty rates, reaching as high as 40%. In a significant recognition of the extent of poverty within the United States, the United Nations embarked on a research endeavor, making Alabama their inaugural destination. The subsequent report drew attention to conditions strikingly similar to those witnessed in developing nations, underscoring the pressing need to address the dire poverty situation in the state. Addressing poverty at its roots is imperative for the well-being and prosperity of the affected population. The multifaceted approach should encompass educational reforms, employment opportunities, and social welfare initiatives to uplift individuals and families trapped in the vicious cycle of poverty. Nevada, positioned as one of the poorest states, showcases a significant disparity in wealth distribution across its diverse regions. Urban centers like Las Vegas and Reno portray affluence and economic prosperity, but this contrasts sharply with the prevalent income inequality. Conversely, a substantial portion of Nevada's population outside these cities grapples with poverty and insufficient employment opportunities compared to the national average. The poverty rate in Nevada stands at 12.9%, emphasizing the pressing economic concerns faced by a considerable portion of its residents. Furthermore, the state faces a significant unemployment rate of 7.12%, the highest across the nation. These formidable challenges persist due to limited progress in technological advancements and a struggling education system, hindering the state's ability to uplift its populace economically. Understanding and addressing the nuanced economic landscape of Nevada is crucial to devising effective strategies aimed at reducing poverty and unemployment. Kentucky, a state historically reliant on coal mining and manufacturing, has felt the adverse effects of shifting market dynamics and economic transformations. The devaluation of coal triggered by the rise of renewable energy sources, environmental regulations, and the growing competition from natural gas has hit communities hard, ones that were once heavily dependent on the coal mining industry. Additionally, Kentucky's agricultural sector, primarily consisting of small family farms, grapples with the impacts of climate change, fluctuating crop prices, and the formidable competition posed by more efficient, larger-scale farms. These challenges have resulted in decreased incomes and job opportunities for numerous rural households, further exacerbating the economic strain. Moreover, Kentucky faces a hurdle in the form of low educational attainment and persistently high poverty rates. These factors significantly contribute to the stalling of the state's median household income, which presently hovers at $55,573. The need for sustainable economic diversification and educational reforms is evident to uplift Kentucky from its existing economic challenges and forge a path toward a more prosperous future. West Virginia. West Virginia faces a challenging economic landscape with an 18% poverty rate and an average family income of around $44,000, both notably low figures. Despite these economic struggles, there are some positive aspects that prevent West Virginians from experiencing even greater poverty. The state's unemployment rate is relatively favorable, contributing to economic stability. Additionally, the low cost of living allows families to manage with lower incomes, helping them avoid falling into poverty. However, migration trends reveal a concerning pattern, as 60% more people leave the state than move in. Furthermore, West Virginia stands out as the sole state where death rates surpass birth rates, emphasizing demographic challenges that contribute to its economic complexities. Arkansas. In Arkansas, numerous bank accounts remain depleted, reflecting a 16.0% poverty rate and an average annual income of $52,123 for families. Although smaller paychecks can go farther in Arkansas compared to other states, economic challenges persist. Historically, Arkansas was once the nation's poorest state, with almost half of its residents living in poverty during the 1940s. Fortunately, there has been progress, and the state is gradually improving economically. Despite the positive shift, tough times still prevail, emphasizing the ongoing struggle for financial stability in the natural state. Thanks for watching.